Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I'm here for another daily motivational video. So, y'all, I want to apologize for the full moon reading. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if God didn't want y'all to hear that story or like what happened. Actually, the storage thing happened, but whatever. I just took it as like, the message was over when it was over. I was able to get everything out. I was just mad that I couldn't wrap it up, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, let me just re-record it. Like that would have been crazy. So I apologize that it ended kind of abruptly, but I do hope that that message was beneficial for you. So now, age number 45, God, guardian angels, ancestors, I come to you today as humbly as we know how to say thank you. Thank you for waking us up this morning. Now, God, I ask that you please deliver us this information that we need to hear. Please allow no room for doubt or confusion. What do we need to hear at this time? Make it as plain as possible. That's kind of funny. I guess I didn't realize, like, I've been in this mood where I've been watching, like, all the Twilight movies, and I didn't realize, like, I actually have, oh, this is the host. I actually have a book from the author that's just sitting right here. So, angel number 1, 2, 3. So, ooh, okay. So, I love this. So, this message of sweetness and frustration. I love this message because I feel like God is saying right now you're feeling a little bit frustrated about maybe your journey. Maybe you're frustrated about ways to bring about abundance in your life. Maybe you've been trying to, manifest a new job and you're trying to maybe change your life some type of way. And you're frustrated, or maybe you've been searching for some type of answer and it hasn't come. But I feel like what God is saying is that you have to realize that, and I actually said this, I want to say in the full moon reading, but I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, the spiritual journey. Like your manifestations and your blessings are not going to come about because you're trying to think about it. And every time I see this card of frustration, it's like you're trying to make logical sense of a spiritual journey. And it doesn't make sense. So what God is saying is just see the sweetness, just see the joy in being able to free fall. This week, I've been talking all about how I learned about human design, and I heard a big part of my human design is that I had to learn how to trust and wait for the universe to deliver things to me. And as though that was frustrating and though that made me a little bit worried, it's actually a beauty in that I can just relax and just trust that everything will work out. Angel number 305. And I ultimately feel like what God is saying is that if you are trying to be a spiritual being, you have to understand a lot of this is not going to make logical sense. So it's really not about you trying to make sense of it, but really about you, focusing on the sweetness and the abundance that can come to you. Angel number 324. And maybe not even abundance that can come to you, but focusing on the good and the sweetness. But don't take my word for it. I'm actually going to get some more, some clarification on this card. I don't know how I feel about this lip gloss. Like, I don't know. It's prettier. I don't know. I gotta think about this. Sorry, I told you I'm mission bad, bitch. I'm doing all this stuff to get myself together. All right. So, sweetness is a pink card. And it says, this card is a signal to savor the sweet moments in life and remember them when things get rough. The small things in life are often the sweetest, but they easily go unnoticed. Sweetness is always there if you look for it. So I feel like what God is saying is that if you're frustrated, I know that it's very corny and you may not want to do it, but if you are very frustrated and if you do find yourself having a bad day, there is scientific proof that if you just take 5 deep breaths, you can shift your energy. And I wish I would break down and to talk to you about like the box breathing. Okay, I'll look for a video for box breathing and alternative breathing. I want to say Yoga with Adrian may have a series on that. But if you take a moment to, when you're very frustrated, like say you're having a shitty day, and instead of just like gritting your teeth and just continuing to have a shitty day, you just take a moment, take 5 deep breaths, You can do box breathing, or you could just literally take deep breaths. But what's most important is that you're making sure that you're breathing from your belly. So often when you're very stressed, you can be breathing from your shoulders, you can be breathing from your chest, but it's really important to breathe for your belly. This is really why people love yoga so much, because it focuses on the breath, but you can do yoga anywhere. You know, you can focus on your breath anywhere. And that's actually the beauty of breath work, is that you can just do it anywhere. So you can just, you know, we're very frustrated, just taking that time to just breathe into your belly, to bring yourself present. And then I also want you to take it one step further and find 5 sweet things that you can think about, 5 things that you can either look forward to, or 5 things you already have done. So like, say for example, for me, I would say if I'm very frustrated today, what's 5 things? I thought it was, you know, it was really cute. Like Cuddy did. We woke up late. I was sleeping super good, and it was raining good. You know, I was sleeping really good, and it was raining. So I woke up late, but it was a beauty that I got to enjoy that rest. It was a blessing that Cuddy didn't want to go on a long walk because it was dark and rainy outside. It was a blessing to talk to my mom on the phone and have a good conversation with her. It's a blessing that I was able to find time to do these videos today. And then it's also a blessing that I have my morning coffee, or I have this new lip gloss that I'm trying out. Like, the thing is, it doesn't have to be major, but it'll make you feel better. And also, like, these flowers, like, look at this flower. I wish I could see this. Oh, I don't want to take it out. Love it. Look at this flower. Look how pretty this flower is. This is the reason why you should have fresh, ladies and gentlemen, you should have fresh flowers in your house. Because honestly, I've been looking at these flowers all day. Like, in between my videos, when I'm working, like, I just take a moment to just look at it and just be like, it's so pretty, you know, like, just to bring yourself present. And so I feel like what God is saying is that if you found yourself frustrated, you know, on your job, or you're frustrated trying to, you know, finish a project, instead of trying to like keep forcing yourself, you know, down a path, really take a time to just sit back, breathe in your belly, find 5 things that are sweet, and that'll help you shift your attention, and it'll actually help you get closer to that solution that you are looking for, and maybe that abundance too. Another thing I want to mention is that for frustration, like, we don't realize that a lot of when we're feeling frustrated, I don't know about you, but I feel it in my body. You know, like, my hands start trembling a little bit. My stomach start getting all floppy. And, you know, like, you could just feel the frustration, feel the anxiety in your body. And for me, like, say when I was, you know, in my journey, I'm still doing this sometimes, but like, when things come up that I'm triggered, like, so say if I'm having like a money issue, or I'm like standing up for myself, but then I feel like self-doubt, where I start doubting myself that I stood up for myself, I'll just like literally do EFT tapping. And the reason why EFT tapping is so important, because we have to realize that every single emotion that goes through our body if we don't address it, if we don't look at it, if we don't transmute it, it gets stored in our body. And that's also why yoga is so amazing. But I'm going to get off that train. But if we don't address trauma or address emotions, it just go into our body. And honestly, I truly feel like people, that's how like cancers and all that stuff metabolize, because of unaddressed trauma. Like, it just, these emotions are not being transmuted, and then it turns into like a callus in the body. And so a way that you can reprogram yourself is by, when you are doing something that you're standing in your power and you're feeling that's a little bit frustrated or a little bit anxious, you can just do EFT tapping and be like, even though I'm feeling frustrated right now, I know that I'm doing everything that I can possibly do. And there's different points in your bodies. This is a point, that's a point. I'm going to say, here's a point. This under here is a point. This is the point. And these are different, I've done acupuncture before, and I don't know the words for it, but there's different pressure points in the body. And when you focus on that, you're helping to transmute the emotion. You're helping to like kind of move through that so it no longer affects you. And I promise you guys, I can honestly, genuinely say that this happened. Like, it works so well that I do it all the time. Like, I'll be in my car and I feel frustrated, like, woo, like, I'll just start hitting it, because it's like I've seen it apply in my life. Like, especially towards the end of my relationship, I used to do it a lot. And like, I just noticed the more that I would, stay in my power and then do my EFT tapping to let go of all the anxiety, I felt more confident and things didn't affect me the same way that it used to. So I just feel like God is giving this message to let you know that you have the capability and you have tools to help move through frustrations. But the only way that you can work through your frustrations is if you focus on the sweetness and not focus on all the bad stuff that's happening to you. But let's just get a quick little message to figure out, why is this message so important to focus on the good, God? God, why are you asking us to focus on the good when we're frustrated? How does that get us quicker to the path of abundance? And I also feel like for some of you guys that are trying to, manifest to a new level of abundance into a new reality, a new way of being, I feel like what God is saying is, again, stop trying to make logical sense of it, but just to appreciate where you are now and just appreciate where you are now and just start living one day at a time. Okay, God, clarify this message of sweetness, frustration, abundance. What are you trying to get us to understand? Allow no room for doubt or confusion. What? This is so crazy. It seems like, what I'm noticing? Every time I talk shit about a deck of cards, all of a sudden they start becoming my favorite. I talked about how I do not like using these cards, and all of a sudden I've been using these cards for 2 weeks straight. It's so weird. Anyways, sweetness and frustration, abundance. God, what are you trying to get us to understand about looking for the good, about navigating these moments of frustrations, focusing on the good to get the abundance that is due to us. Allow no room for doubt or confusion. Give us just one card, God. One card to clarify this message, and one card exactly came out. Shocking. Angel number 1138. The essence of my every desire can be fulfilled. So that is so amazing. Look at that. Look at God. He's telling you, like, there's no need for you to be frustrated. Whatever you desire, you can acquire. It's actually, I love this. This card did, that's my favorite card in this deck is whatever I desire, I can acquire. And I wonder if this card is just like this, but this is God just letting you know, like, the sweet part of life is that everything that you want, it also wants you. It's also trying to call out to you and to get it to come to you. So that's why God is saying there's no need for you to be frustrated. Your what is right now is not, it's only going to be what your future if you continue to focus on it. We have to realize that the reality that we're living right now is nothing but a reflection of our past thoughts. And so I can tell you guys, before I used to talk all the time about, oh my God, this job would be so amazing if I could work from home and And then unfortunately COVID had to happen, but guess what? I'm finally working from home. This is something I asked for and now it's happening. And so that's why God is trying to get you to understand and make that mindset shift to not focus on the bad, but to really focus on the good and know that you can earn the love in doing what you love to do. All right, y'all, let's focus on this message. That's doubling down on this abundance and like not focusing on your what is, but really focusing on the sweetness and what can become. Should I? Okay. So the story that I was going to tell before the full moon reading cut off, Angel number 1311, is that I was watching Gina Jones on Amazon. And this is a movie by Stella McGee. Stella McGee is the writer-director of The Photograph, of The Weekend. And like, I just love this woman. She is doing what I want to do. And like, it's not like, people won't look at it and be like, oh, she's changing the world. But to me, she is. Like, she is just like, I love how she's creating and how she's showing up and how she develops her stories. And like, literally, I watched Gina Jones and I was in this living room crying Sunday. Y'all, I cried like 3 different times. Like, I cried because of the movie, and then I cried because I'm like, this is what I want to do. And then I cried because I'm like, shit, am I ever going to be able to do it? And like, the message from the full moon just confirmed to me, like, the fact that I want to do this so bad to the point that it will bring me tears just let me know that it's what I'm meant to do. It just let me know that this was always my path, and it's not really, I don't need to be frustrated about it, but I really just need to focus on what I can do right now and just trust that it'll eventually work out in the end. Angel number 1420. If your time-space reality has the wherewithal to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute. This is the same card. Because I know that I've read it so much that I know it. If your time-space reality has the wherewithal to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute promise to you that your time-space reality has the ability to deliver in full manifestation form the reality of that desire as it has inspired. The essence of any and all desires can be fulfilled unless you are holding yourself out of alignment with your own desire. And you will hold yourself out of, you're like, why would I hold myself out of alignment of my desires? By being frustrated, by trying to figure it out on your own, you will hold yourself out of alignment. So it's like, again, focus on the sweetness. Know that your what is not influencing what you're becoming. And just know that you are worthy the abundance that you're searching for in the life that you want. Like, abundance is your birthright, period. What would Beyonce say? Take the pen and rewrite it. Okay. Where we at? Okay. The essence of any and the feeling of competition or shortage or limitations of resources mean you are out of alignment with your own desire. And so that's telling me right there, the fact that I was sitting on my couch crying, I was out of alignment because I was thinking, oh, it's a shortage of time. The time is up for me. Angel number 1550. I didn't do the right things. And that is my being, my soul, everything in me is like, bitch, what you talking about? That's all you here for. Like, you're here to be a writer, director, actress. Period. Like, that's what's just going to happen. But you trying to figure it out, you trying to mentally get yourself there, it's not going to happen. So let it go and go with the motherfucking flow, okay? Last message, my relationship, I don't want, clarify my relationship, I do want, this says relationships, but honestly, what this to me, this card reflects, and look at all this confirmation, y'all. Confirmation. Look at this. Like, there's a lot of confirmation going on here. Anyways, this card is pretty much saying that, you're in a job that you don't want. It's just as important to know what you don't want to know what you do want. The fact that you know that you don't want this job or you don't see yourself seeing the future here, angel number 1645, should give you the clarity to know, okay, I don't need to put my energy into this job or trying to make this job become something that is not going to become, but I can put my energy in myself and trying to figure out, well, what else can I do on the side of this job? Everybody started off with a side hustle. Everybody who's who they are today was working somewhere and trying to do something else. I remember when I was doing my when I was at the other yoga studio, the Bikram yoga studio, I remember I was telling this guy, I was like, yeah, well, my day job, I'm a project accountant, but I really want to be a writer. And he was like, all writers had day jobs. All creators had day jobs before they became who they are. So, like, just take that in. Angel number 1730. And honestly, when I had masterclass, I had did Roxanne Gay, and I want to say it was also Walter Mosley masterclass, and they both just made me feel so silly for even beating myself up. Like, Walter Mosley's like, you ain't gonna know life, you ain't gonna be able to even make a real good story in 230 anyway. Like, so it's like we gotta just change our mindset and realize that I wouldn't even be able to be able to tell the stories that I tell, to talk the way that I talk, to look at life the way that I look at the life that I have if I didn't live the life I did before. So it's no need to be frustrated that I didn't choose the right major. The fact that I didn't choose the right major is actually a blessing and is going to help me be able to earn a living doing what I love. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm going to actually end this message there, and I'm going to wrap this up with a work your light. I love that message. That was really fun. Sweetness, frustration. This card kind of popped out. I'm not going to read it, but that just feels like that's our guides are trying to get our attention about something. Sweetness, frustration, the essence. That's pretty much what the guys wanted us to know. Angel number 10 again. Oh my God. And I feel like now that's kept confirmation. 1010. Angel number 1846 about completion. Like, God is trying to get you to understand, I feel like collectively, if you've been on my channel for a while, I feel like I'm tapped into your energy. Like we're at this level of completion to where God is saying it's time for you to stop seeking and to be. The reason why you're so frustrated is because you're trying to figure it out. And God is trying to get you to understand you're not going to figure it out. So you just need to be, focus on the sweetness and focus on knowing that whatever you desire, you can acquire. Okay. Last shuffle, God. Clarify this message. The essence of my every desire can be fulfilled. My what is need not to... These flip right on out. All three of these. Soul family calling your soul tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Take a break, a life work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. That's why you're so frustrated. You're like, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure. And God is like, girl, take a break, take a nap, stop. You cut it out. Like, you're not going to figure this out. Relax, allow God to do the rest. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. That's why you're frustrated, because I feel like you're frustrated because you feel the change within you. You feel this new life coming, but your outside world is not reflecting it. And I want you to understand that just like a plant, everything starts on the inside before it blooms out. And so if you feel it, just focus on the sweetness of that and keep doing what you've been doing instead of working for the blessing to come to you. The message that snuck out, and I think the message that I'm actually going to focus on is, well, actually, no, I'm not going to focus on, yeah, I am going to focus on this. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying the foundation, the divine plan. I'm actually going to read. I'm going to focus on that. And priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? So a lot of this is like God is telling you that you're going through a transformation. You have the ability to call in your soul tribe. But right now, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, is the one who has a message for us. And I think it's about this essence of our every desire being fulfilled. I may read both of these. I'm gonna start with soul family, because for some reason that just is really like calling out to me, calling in your soul tribe, because I feel like that's what I know that's why I'm doing on this channel, by me speaking up, by me shining my light. I'm hoping to activate and call in and attract others that are just like me. It is time to call in your soul family and support team. People who get you at a soul level. People who are the same kind of weird as you. People who are your chosen family. They are coming and they are looking for you. If you haven't found them yet, this is a sign that they are close by. But in order for them to find you and recognize you when they do, it is important that you stop dimming your light and truly let yourself be seen. If you have already found them, then you are being called to let them support you and perhaps also assemble a wider support team. Your support team can consist of all types of people, such as a therapist, coach, mentor, or healer. Tune in to what kind of support you need most. Now, and this honestly made me laugh because I felt like, just because I've been feeling all this frustration about social media and the fact that it just randomly worked out, I feel like they were like, girl, if you don't fucking get off your soapbox and just allow yourself to be seen, like, I just feel like they like, for whatever reason, I feel like God want me on IG. I don't think I'm about to buy into all those hashtags, but I will get my ass back on IG. I guess it feels like that's what that message was saying. And then 88, angel number 88. I love that because angel number 88 is all about abundance, and this card of abundance came out. So confirmation. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven throughout all in life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before her that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being, while knowing that they would not see the glorious end results. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who sees the thread that is woven throughout all of life. And it teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It does not have to be one stage to be significant. One's person part is not worthier than another. One person part may be to mother their children. Another may be to gather women in circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us to remember and surrender to our part of the plan. As I was reading that, what the message that was coming to me is that you don't even realize that you are a manifestation. Oh my God, don't make me cry. You are a manifestation of our ancestors' prayers. To me, what's coming to me so clearly is that scene in Lovecraft where she was like, you are a you are our manifestation of a prayer answered. And a lot of these desires, a lot of these things that you naturally want to do, your ancestors, that was just only things that they could dream about and hope and wish about. Like, and honestly, and sometimes they didn't even think about that out loud. Like, it's just like a far off thought. Like, they didn't even think it was possible. But even them just having that thought, it ended up manifesting into you. And now you have that ability to really, really do it. And I also feel like this message is also telling you that it doesn't matter what your desire is. It doesn't matter what your dream is. Your dream could be just to, arrange closets, to clean houses. Don't be ashamed of that, because somebody needs you to be in their life at that time to arrange their closet in that way, to get them to be triggered to shit. I don't know. You could be somebody who, come into somebody life. This is actually a novel. One of Jasmine novels. Come into somebody's life, you go in, revamp their closet, give them a whole new level of confidence. And then this person, this person gets raised to a platform to where she changes 10 million others' lives. Like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like what God is saying, stop judging yourself for your dreams. Stop judging yourself for the things that you want. You want what the fuck you want. And it's valid just because you want it. You don't have to dim it. You don't have to, shorten it down. You don't have to say you're dreaming too big, and you probably ain't even dreaming big enough. Accept the things that you want, okay? Accept the life that you want to lead, because it wants you to. All right, y'all. If that is your hope and prayer, I want you guys to put your hand on your heart and touch and agree with me as I say this. Behold, Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seeds of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundation for the divine plan. May the seeds of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seeds of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. All right, y'all. That's all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of the message and you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make sure that you subscribe so you will never miss out. Guys, I don't give a fuck what you want to do, what you're thinking about doing, but you need to do it. We need it in this world. And I say it all the time, but I say it because it's true. This world could be in the chaos because of you. Because you don't want to step up. Because you are afraid to step in the spotlight. There's a whole generation of people just waiting to see you shine. So what are you going to do?